everyone, this is Wasima, and I am doing a video response to Space Between the Notes about the link between music and tarot. I found your video really amazing, and it pointed really a concept that we need to discuss, and we need to. I'm sure that your book will be helpful in many ways in that subject. So, about your first question, you asked about what do you think is the connection between music, cars, emotion, archetypes, etc. So the first thing I did was looking for definition of music because we know what is tarot. Tarot are different cards to system that we use for divination for some of us, others as a therapy to answer questions, to put emotions out of us and in front of us and to deal with them, etc. But what about music? So I looked for definition in the dictionary, and they said that music is an art of sound in time that expresses ideas and emotions through different elements like rhythm, melody, harmony, etc. But I wasn't satisfied with that definition. So I went in a connection with my spirit guides and I asked them, what is the connection between music and tarot, and what is the definition of music? So they told me that music is an energy. It is a created energy, the same as tarot, that we use. Uh, so we have this capacity as a human to create the music, to create the sound. And they told me that it is so important to create the music, same as tarot, with high vibrations. That means that we create music and tarot with vibrations of love, of light, of specific intentions. With specific intentions, because that will influence, that will make an impact about how we can deal with them. So this is the first thing they gave me. And then I was like, okay, but is there any other link between tarot and music? And the inspirations that got to me is that the sound. We forgot that tarot is made basically of four elements that are water, earth, air, and fire. And these elements have sounds. You remember sound of the water, of fire, of the wind, and of the earth, earthquakes, volcanoes, and wherever. So these elements have their own music. So this is the first thing that came up to me. And then I was like, okay, is there anything else like I need to know about that? And they told me that music as the tarot speak to our heart. That means that they well actually there is like quite difference, small difference, because with tarot it speaks to our heart through our mind and our emotions. So we need to make concept of tarot, we need to think about it, we need to see, we need to think, we need to incorporate this through our mental capacities, our our mental field, and our emotions too. However, with music, we don't usually need, I'm talking about music without words, we don't need the mental field. It goes straight to our emotions, it goes straight to our cells, speak to our about memories, about emotions, etc. So I saw that little difference between music and tarot. And then I was like, is there something else? And they told me that we talked about the importance of that tarot and music carry light and love, and that they both depend about the energy and the intention of the creator. The creator meaning the universe, about the elements, and humans about music, usual music we listen, and even animals have their own music too. So everything carries energies, everything carries something inside that. And I asked them, I was like, yeah, but what do they carry? Do they carry emotions? Do they carry something else? And the message I got is that music as tarot, they carry images, they carry stories, they carry messages and stories, and they carry like vibrations that come to us in order to help us heal, heal something, healing memories, healing emotions. And yeah, they talk about healing, the healing part in the music and in tarot. They talk about messages. That means that sometimes we think that music is just related to emotion, and no, music is related. It's an energy that carries something, and that something can be messages from spirit guides. So you can see, you can incorporate that when you hear the music. Sometimes when I hear music, I feel that message get into my head or get into my conscious level. Sometimes it carries memories from someone else. It carries uh, in intention. It carries so much things apart from emotion, because emotion, and that is another subject, because emotion is a messenger too. It's not the objective, it's not the goal. Emotions are messengers. So I was like, okay, I was discussing with my spirit guide, and I'm like, okay, is there anything else? What is the link between tarot and music? And we carry on discussing that, and they told me that we can use tarot and music to channel their messages, to channel different things. And the goal, the ultimate goal, is to free ourselves, is to make our conscious bigger, is to make us believe in ourselves, and free ourselves from different uh, heavy things. Like it can be, as I talked about, memories, emotions that were heavy inside, and we needed to express them in order to feel free. So there are different aspects of free and energy in the music and in tarot. Then yeah, they talked about another aspect about music and tarot. Um, they said that the tarot is like the dance, because I dance and I express for myself. I express the music through my body. I express the messages the music is bringing through my body, through my the expressions of my face. And they told me that the tarot is like dance, because they are material manifestation of certain energies, while the music is an invisible manifestation. So there is the part of the cards that we can touch them, we can see them, we can yeah, we can see them. I mean, this is the most important thing. Like the dance, we can express it, we can see it, we can feel it, it's material. But the music is not material, it's an invisible. But both of them are manifestation of different energies. And the music is invisible, we cannot see it, but it can make, as I said, it can help us to make material manifestation. For example, with music, I can dance, so I express it through material, through my body. You can see the effect of music through the sand of the beach, for example. It can move through the wind, through the window. For example, if you play very strong music, the window will start moving and shaking. So music is invisible, but it can help us to manifest. So you see, there are different steps of manifesting energies, and music is just above material world. And then the final thing that is related. Let me see if I forgot another message. Yeah. So the final point that my spirit guides told me about the link between music and tarot, that both need sacred space to express and to bring the I would say the maximum potential in them. What does it mean? For example, if you use your tarot, you need to be in a sacred space in your world in order to get the messages and to think about them and to integrate them. You won't It won't be easy, for example, for you to play with the tarot cards in a metro or place which is crowded with people. The best is to have a sacred space in order to get these messages and these emotions and allow them to express and to be free, freed from you. And it is the same thing with music. We use music everywhere now, even I mean, everywhere. And that part is sometimes it makes us losing the sacred, I would say, face or something like that, the sacred field or space of the music. And it is better for us to have like a sacred space. And space is not just physical, it's internal, it's within ourselves, in order to listen to that music and to really integrate it fully. Something I can add with that is that music is not for all of us. I mean, now you can listen to rock music, to different kind of musics, and they are not all for everybody. So there are certain types of music that are good for certain times. For example, the music you can hear in the morning, it won't be good for you to hear it at the evening. Um, for example, some of us like classic music, others like rock music. So there are different types of energies, of music energies, all over the globe, and they are not for everyone. And it's the same thing for tarot, because uh, every tarot has its own energy, its own intention. So we need to find those who work well with us and with our energies and with the moment we are in. For example, the end of the year or the beginning of the year, summer or winter. Hypersensitive people like me versus very open people, etc. So it is important to find that kind of tarot and music that corresponds to us. So here are the different links between music and tarot. It was a long one, and I needed to stop it because guys had a lot of things to say about that. So the second question is to pick a card and match a piece of music or two to this card, and that will be funny because I picked this card like few days ago, and we were talking about it. Like the projection in the time and how we live always in the future instead of living in the present. And this card came up, and it is funny because see what kind of music it is just that. Mission impossible. Because this card carries the energy of moving fast, of doing things like straight and be in action and very quick action and thinking about what you need to do the next step. So I choose the music of Mission Impossible that goes well with that, and it's like an action masculine energy. And this card is Knight of Swords, which is from the Marielle Tarot. So the second card I picked, and it is that one from another deck that is called Vision Quest Tarot, and it is Ten of Water, Fulfillment. And the music that match with it is water. I mean, the sound and the music of water. Uh, I mean, I won't put it like the last one, but I mean, you just imagine it and you remember the sound of water, and you will get it. Okay, so the third question: pick a piece and match a card to it. And pick a piece. I would say the sounds of spirit guides. Let's because I sing with the spirits, and let's see which sound will come for today. So let's see with which card can come with this sound. Spiritual warrior. I will let you make the connection between that music and that sound with the spiritual warrior. Thanks to the spirit that guide us through this theme. I think it is important because we use music a lot through shamanic healing. Through shamanic healing, when I talk about shamanic healing, is all over the world. Shaman are not only for Americans and Native Americans, they are all over the world. All native nations had shamans, and they use music and dance to get messages and to improve their lives. And this is the objective of tarot too. And I think that the spiritual warrior, as we are, all of us are spiritual warriors now, and that we need to make all these pieces to make them in work uh, so we can fulfill our missions. So the next question: what did you get from making the connection? I found it really, really interesting. I think music and tarot, as I said before, are more tools in our hands in order to make our conscious bigger. So I think they can work well together. And I'm really, really impatient to read your book about this subject. And feel free if you have more questions. So wish you a very, very nice day, and we will see you in your next video. Bye.